everyone, this is Holly Knutson. I'm a functional health practitioner from Utah, and today I want to talk about the 7 signs of estrogen dominance. And if you've ever struggled with infertility, endometriosis, allergies, PMS, or autoimmunity, you know how powerful hormones are. Any woman who's gone through menopause can explain in graphic detail the symptoms of having too little estrogen, with its unique array of miserable symptoms. So this video is not about vilifying estrogen, it's more about how to balance the ratio of estrogen to progesterone, which is key. And protect yourself by becoming familiar with the signs of estrogen dominance, especially considering that estrogen levels tend to rise with age in relation to other hormones. Well, what is estrogen dominance? You may not equate your depression, mood swings, hair loss, abdominal weight gain, and candida to high levels of estrogen, but these levels could be the culprit underlying many of your symptoms. Even slight fluctuations in estrogen levels can significantly change the way a woman and men feel physically, emotionally, and mentally. The term estrogen refers to a group of hormones, including estradiol, estriol, and estrone, which the ovaries produce, and the adrenals and fat cells produce lesser amounts, particularly before menopause. Estrogen is responsible for the regulation of over 1,000 genes. Estrogens are powerful steroid hormones that are tightly regulated, with even small alterations leading to symptoms. Estrogen dominance is a common hormonal imbalance of simultaneously having low progesterone and excess estrogen. Estrogen levels can be low, normal, or high, but with lower levels of progesterone, hence the name estrogen dominance. So it's possible to be deficient in estrogen yet still be estrogen dominant due to the skewed ratio of estrogen to progesterone. High estrogen levels can be dangerous, increasing your risk of female cancers such as breast, ovarian, and uterine cancers. Men can also be estrogen dominant, particularly as they age, giving them a higher proclivity to developing prostate cancer. The good news is you can turn your estrogen dominance around by implementing a variety of strategies, including stopping the influx of xenoestrogens, also called endocrine disruptors, into your body. These fake estrogen-like compounds disrupt hormonal balance by mimicking the effects of estrogen. Certain medications, fungicides, mycotoxins, phytoestrogens, pesticides, and phthalates are all examples of xenoestrogens. Add to this list grilled meat, car exhaust, cigarette smoke, and the xenoestrogens that are found in cosmetics and cleaning supplies. These compounds are everywhere, which makes it really difficult to escape being exposed to them. They're even in the water we drink and the air we breathe. So be extra cautious with your drinking water and be sure and filter it. Furniture, carpeting, and other chemicals in household furnishings are also problematic. Alarmingly, there are 160 xenoestrogens that have been implicated in the development of breast cancer. Parabens, chemicals in sunscreen, triclosan in hand sanitizers, and estrogenic compounds in cosmetics are a few sources. These compounds are absorbed transdermally through the skin and go directly into the bloodstream, without the added benefit of being filtered by the liver. And even moderate amounts of alcohol can increase serum estrogen levels. Milk is a significant source of estrogen-like compounds due to the milking of pregnant cows. Eliminating dairy from your diet is a good strategy on many levels, including the reduction of histamine. Estrogen dominance exacerbates histamine intolerance by activating mast cells, and this initiates a vicious cycle of histamine stimulation, which causes the ovaries to produce even more estrogen. You can reduce your exposure to xenoestrogens by cleaning up your diet and environment. Buy organic produce, dairy products, and meat to decrease exposure to pesticides, which are estrogenic. And stop drinking out of plastic water bottles. Use glass or stainless steel instead. Marinate your meat before grilling to cut down on harmful heterocyclic amines, and be cognizant of what chemicals are in your medications, cosmetics, and cleaning supplies. Mycotoxins are estrogenic and disrupt the metabolism of estrogen. And this could be one reason that people with mold are so ill. If you suspect your house has mold, get it checked out. Maintaining a healthy body weight along with implementing a regular exercise routine is a great strategy to combat estrogen dominance because fat tissue produces estrogen. And make sure you're getting enough protein, healthy fat, fruits and vegetables, and fiber. Fiber is critical for escorting estrogen out of the body. And if estrogen is not excreted, it will be reabsorbed. Flax seeds are a great source of fiber and are often recommended for estrogen dominance. Optimal liver function is also critical for detoxifying and clearing excess estrogen from the bloodstream. If the liver isn't functioning as it should, estrogen is recirculated. Bioidentical progesterone can be indispensable for alleviating the symptoms of estrogen dominance and balancing the ratio of both hormones. DIM is a good supplement that balances estrogen metabolites and promotes healthy estrogen metabolism by blocking the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. And consult your doctor before using DIM. Infrared saunas are an incredible way to detoxify the body of excess estrogen, heavy metals, and toxic chemicals. Relaxing in a sauna is also a great way to reduce stress. And if you don't get enough sleep, that can exacerbate estrogen dominant because of the reduction in melatonin. Aim for a minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night and reduce alcohol consumption to occasional indulgences. There are certain nutrients that can help with estrogen dominance. Magnesium, B vitamins, and omega-3 fatty acids can improve the body's ability to regulate hormone ratios. Herbs like chasteberry and adaptogens like ashwagandha can be helpful. Estrogen dominance can cause disruptions in the microbiome, which can interfere with the excretion of estrogen. A daily probiotic can help to restore balance in the gastrointestinal tract. Take antibiotics judiciously and only when absolutely necessary to avoid imbalances in gut bacteria. The birth control pill contains a strong estrogen that harms intestinal bacteria, inhibiting the metabolism and detoxification of estrogen. Supplementing with zinc is important for the breakdown and excretion of estrogen, and zinc is also needed for the proper functioning of enzymes that convert testosterone to estrogen. A daily multivitamin and mineral supplement can cover your bases in terms of nutrient deficiencies. Soy that is not fermented can make estrogen dominance worse, so be sure to eat only soy that has been fermented. Iodine is another supplement to consider if you have estrogen dominance because it downregulates estrogen receptors, which makes them less sensitive. Iodine is also used for fibrotic conditions and breast tenderness. Stress causes the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can dysregulate hormonal feedback loops and deplete progesterone, and this fuels estrogen dominance. Finding ways to manage stress and restore equilibrium are imperative to keep estrogen levels in check. And remember that B vitamins and magnesium are depleted in times of stress, so supplementing with them regularly can help to improve the estrogen to progesterone ratio. Now to our signs of estrogen dominance. Number 1, heavy periods. Your period provides vital information in regard to how your hormones are behaving. Heavy, painful periods that involve clotting are a red flag for estrogen dominance. Menstruation that lasts longer than 5 days is also a sign, as are periods that occur too frequently. Short follicular and luteal phases are indicative of low progesterone and estrogen dominance. PMS. PMS, also called premenstrual syndrome, doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but in reality, it can really derail your life and is why it's often referred to as premenstrual disruption syndrome. Symptoms can appear 10 days before menstruation, and this means you could be symptomatic for approximately 1/3 of your life. Symptoms include bloating, water retention, digestive problems, fatigue, insomnia, cravings, skin breakouts, cramping, irritability, and depression. Depression, anxiety, and mood swings. Intense emotions, mental impairments, difficulty concentrating, depression, irritability, anxiety, and mood swings can all result from elevated estrogen levels. Hormone deficiencies can also cause insomnia, which just makes matters worse. Hormones correlate to neurotransmitters in the brain, with estrogen being closely associated with the happy neurotransmitter serotonin. Accelerated aging. Balanced estrogen levels are essential for youthful skin, a well-functioning metabolism, and for maintaining a healthy body weight, all factors that correlate to youth. Estrogen binds thyroid hormone, which can lead to a sluggish metabolism, hypothyroid-type symptoms, and potential weight gain. And this can make you not only look older, but feel older. Osteoporosis. Estrogen and progesterone work in tandem to break down and build up bone through the actions of osteoclasts and osteoblasts. Female hormones play a pivotal role in the production of these cells and in the maintenance of bone mass and bone density, a loss of which can cause osteoporosis, a condition of brittle, fragile bones. Healthy bone density is dependent on hormonal balance, calcium and other minerals, and vitamin D. Endometriosis and infertility. Endometriosis is a condition in which the endometrial tissue grows outside the uterus. It is characterized by heavy and painful menstrual cycles and can lead to infertility. Interestingly, endometriosis is an inflammatory condition that is driven by hormones, yet is not a hormonal condition per se. Chronic inflammation causes estrogen receptors to be more sensitive and is just one more reason to cut out inflammatory foods like dairy and gluten. Breast, ovarian, uterine, and prostate cancer. The most dangerous risk factor of estrogen dominance, especially long-term estrogen dominance, is the development of cancer. Breast, ovarian, uterine, and prostate cancer are hormonal cancers that have an association with stored body fat. Adipose tissue produces estradiol, a potent form of estrogen that the body has a hard time detoxifying. Estrogen that isn't cleared results in more circulating estrogen along with harmful metabolites. These bad metabolites, in addition to the amount of metabolites, significantly increase cancer risk, as well as increasing the risk for stroke, thyroid, and lung cancer. You can take advantage of online testing to assess your breast cancer risk and your female hormone balance, and I'll put the links in the description of this video below. In summary, if you've been through puberty, had a baby, or been through menopause, you've experienced the powerful effects of hormones. When they're balanced, we feel good. When they're not, we feel fat, bloated, off kilter, and emotionally unhinged. The goal is to have a balanced ratio of estrogen to progesterone. Like most other conditions in the body, diet and lifestyle are major contributors to hormonal health. How we live our lives really does matter. Have you experienced estrogen dominance? Let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.